Welcome.
And to all of
Welcome.
baseball, when a player
Welcome.
dies like this, in season especially, I'm just not sure how
crazy.
teams get over something like this.
Welcome.
When you have a kid like Tyler Skaggs, who was so
To Not Just Sports by No Eps. I am going to try with everything in my power to remain calm today. To remain calm. I got notes. I got notes because there's just a lot of things that is being said on Facebook, and it's piss poor for New Yorkers to think like this. Like, I'm gonna try to remain calm. Let me say hello to everybody. Dwayne Edward Eliza, what's up? Donald Chandler, what's up? Neonka, what's up, baby? Benjamin Patton, what's good? Michael David Haynes' cousin, what's up? You fucking Knicks, please, someone. John Lennon, the Knicks owners. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's not going to be said on this show. We ain't John Lennon anybody. Don't say that. Not here. Don't say that. We the pillow going to start talking. Clarence, Watt, what's up? Steven Schaff, my guy. 7 o'clock and bring you on. Fuck the motherfucking Knicks. Brian Porter, Dolan is a dweeb. Listen, people. I have a problem with my Facebook friends and family. Because you, Facebook friends and family, have been conditioned to losing. You have been conditioned to be losers. I see you all on here talking about, well, this isn't Dolan's fault. Dolan had nothing to do with this. Dolan this, Dolan that. Trying to give Dolan a pass. Blame it on Mills. Blame it on Fizdale. Blaming everybody but James Dolan. The fact is, there's only one person to blame. That one person is James Dolan. Do not get it fucked up. There's only one person to blame. Let me ask you all a question. Does anybody know? I'm going to give you 10 seconds for each one. Does anybody know who Mickey Arison is? Does anybody know who Mickey Arison is? Hello, beautiful. Look at my wife. Look at my wife. Fine as she want to be. Look at my wife. Fine, boy. Anybody know who Mickey Arison is? Does anybody know who Joseph Ty is? The Heat owner. Good. Does anybody know who Joseph Ty is? Joseph Ty. Does anybody know who he is? Anybody know who the Joseph Ty, Joseph Sy is? Anybody? Give you 10 seconds. No, you don't, right? That's what I thought. He is 49% of the Brooklyn Nets owner. He owns 49% of the Brooklyn Nets, Joseph Ty. Okay? Joseph Ty. Anybody know who Peter Gruber is? Anybody know who he's in my phys ed class? Anybody know who Peter Gruber is? Or Goober? Peter Goober. Does anybody know who Peter Goober is? I give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you don't know who Peter Goober is? Peter Goober is the owner of the Golden State Warriors. Does anybody know who Nav Bhatia is? Nav Bhatia. Does anybody know who Nav Bhatia is? Does anybody know who Nav Bhatia is? Come on. I'll give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. He is the owner of the Toronto Raptors. He's the owner of the Toronto Raptors. See, nobody knows who those people are, but everybody knows who James Dolan is. This is the problem. This is the problem. The whole world knows James Dolan, but nobody knows who Mickey Arison, Joseph Ty, Peter Guber, and Nav Patea is. Nav Patea, owner of the current world champion Toronto Raptors. Peter Guber, the owner of the team that was in the championship game, the Golden State Warriors. Joseph Ty, the 49% owner of the Brooklyn Nets. And Mickey Arison, owner of the Miami Heat. But everybody knows who James Dolan is. And this is the goddamn problem. Hold on a second. Let me fix my fan. This is the goddamn problem. Everybody knows who this is, who James Dolan is. So listen, if you are on here on Facebook and you're trying to blame anybody but James Dolan, I'm going to give you all the reasons why James Dolan is a shit show and he needs to go. This is not Sam Mills' fault. This is not Fizdale's fault. This is James Dolan's fault. It is very clear. It is very clear that the current elite NBA players have made a pact with themselves to not play with the New York Knicks. Hell, Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving just used the New York Knicks to get to Brooklyn. They used them to get to Brooklyn. So we ain't going to sit here. You're not going to come on my Facebook page and blame everybody but Dolan. Oh, Dolan had nothing to do with that. This is bullshit. I'm going to tell you everything. Why James Dolan is a complete fuck up. He's the reason why we can't win. Okay? And let's keep it all the way live. The number one reason that James Dolan has alienated the whole NBA. Boycott the Knicks. Sell the Knicks, James Dolan. Sell the Knicks because you are a loser. You're a loser. Sell the Knicks. We are the 80s Clippers. We are the 80s, 90s Clippers. That's what we are. Sean Kellerman. Sean Kellerman just hit it right on the head. We are the 80s, 90s Clippers. But I'm going to give you the reasons. Number one, we hired Isaiah Thomas and let him have an open wallet. We had the highest payroll in the NBA when Isaiah was there and lost damn near every game. We had the highest payroll and the worst record in the NBA when Isaiah Thomas was here. Isaiah Thomas traded for Stephon Marbury. I could be wrong with Stephon Marbury, but he damn sure traded for Ed Curry. He traded for Ed Curry. You know who he gave up for Ed Curry? Does anybody know who he gave up for Ed Curry? He gave up LaMarcus Aldridge and Joakim Noah. LaMarcus Aldridge and Joakim Noah for Ed Curry. He gave Jerome James a shitload of money. Jerome James was a bona fide bum. Jerome James was a bona fide bum. And we got people on here talking about, oh, this wasn't James Dolan's fault. I wouldn't have paid for Kevin Durant. I'm going to tell you why you a liar. Y'all don't even live like that. You buy used cars? Some of y'all buy used, fucked up cars. So yeah, you spend money on a used, fucked up car, but you won't spend money on the second greatest player in the NBA. Miss me with all that bullshit. We'll get to that in a second. Let's not forget the sexual harassment allegation with Isaiah Thomas, because that's what eventually got him put out the door, that James Dolan was also involved in, along with Stephon Marbury. Somehow, some way, they were involved in that. Then after all of this, after the sexual harassment, after getting Stephon Marbury, after trading for Ed Curry, after giving Jerome James a shitload of money, they tried to get Isaiah back after he ran Donnie Walsh out the door. He ran Donnie Walsh out the door. We'll get to that in a second. But after he ran Donnie Walsh out the door, he was back to talking to Isaiah about giving Isaiah back the general manager job. Oh yeah, your boy James Dolan is the fuck up. Don't come on my Facebook page talk about why you blaming James Dolan. Oh, I'm gonna give you a bunch of reasons why I blame James Dolan. I got notes. I'm gonna give you a whole shitload of reasons why we gonna blame James Dolan. Then he hired Isaiah Thomas for the Liberty team. So now he got a sexual harassment case. Now he's the GM for a women's basketball team. And guess what? They suck too. Oh, I got a whole shitload of things. Number 2, he gave Phil Jackson $60 million over 5 years. Phil Jackson didn't want the job. Phil Jackson did not want the job. He offered him 3. Phil Jackson said no. He offered him 5. Phil Jackson said no. It got all the way to $12 million a year for 5 years. And the reason why he hired Phil Jackson, because there was going to be a riot at Madison Square Garden. And he needed Phil Jackson to get in the building, because there was going to be a goddamn riot at Madison Square Garden. So here you hire Phil Jackson because he got what, 7 rings, 8 rings, 9 rings, something like that. He got 7, 8 rings he got 6 rings with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. I could get 6 rings with them guys. I could get 6 rings with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman, Kukoc. I could get 6 rings with them. And then he got another, 5 rings? 3 or 5? Something like that, 5 rings. 3 with Shaq. He got 3 with Shaq. Who couldn't get a ring with Shaq? 300, almost 400 pounds, 7 feet, 400 pounds of quickness and explosiveness. Who could get a ring with Shaq? And then he got 2 more rings with Pau Gasol. Who couldn't get a ring with a highly skilled big man? Who couldn't get a ring with a highly skilled big man like Pau Gasol? So he hired Phil Jackson just to keep people from rioting. It was going to be a goddamn riot at Madison Square Garden. That's why he hired him. Okay, so now I gave you 2. Let's read. I don't want to get too far away before I read, because y'all say I get behind. So let me read. Okay. Raptors, Sacramento owner. How your Knicks doing? Dante, where's my whistle? There goes Dante with the bullshit. That's how my Knicks is doing. Hush your mouth. Epps, I got all IR shit right. I got all IR shit right. Epps, I love you. I'm out. Just watch your favorite Jew will get banned next. Banned from MSG. Yeah. Jaden, hope you're feeling better, Jaden. Dolan makes more money from Cablevision. Let's boycott Cablevision. Absolutely the truth. And Newsday. Boycott Newsday. And I'm going to tell you the problem with Newsday. Boycott Newsday. I saw a Newsday newspaper today. It was disgusting. I'm not touching that newspaper. But we'll talk. Angelique, what's up, baby? We're the Clippers. We are the Clippers. Bo Jones, what's up? Half the players Thomas drafted won chips after they left the Knicks. Super facts. Goddamn, Steph Marbury's a legend in China. Steph Marbury just got a coaching job, a head coaching job in China. They got a statue of Steph Marbury. When he was in New York, that son of a bitch was eating Vaseline. Isaiah had y'all with like 7 point guards. Deion Davis, what's up? James got beat up by Nate Robinson. Damn shame. Who's that? Angelique, thank you, baby. Then Thomas got hired for GM for the Liberty. That's a fact. Sam Blackwell, Devon Daniel, Alex Lucas, what's up? Knicks spent 2 years tanking and tampering and didn't get Kyrie and got the wrong Duke nigga. Shaking my head. This sucks for Fizdale. I hope he does something that season. DSJ Knox. Kendall, what's up? Craig, what's up? Dale Harris. Kobe what? Kobe what? Craig Anthony. Are you going to acknowledge I told you so? My Celtic fans, stand up. Celtic fans? Ezekiel Elliott gets arrested again. Like, I can't. So we said something else. We said something here. Something was brought up to my attention here. Oh, yeah. And then here's the other part of it. Like, you get rid of KP6, right? And lead us to believe KP6, Hardaway Jr., who's the other? Burke, who's the other shooting guard? You get rid of all these guys. You clear 75. You clear $70 million and lead us to believe that you're going to get KD and Kyrie. Now, don't please miss me with the bullshit. The players have definitely made it their business to not play with James Dolan. They've made it their business. Don't tell me the Knicks can't get these players. Not when Genie Bus, Rob Pelinka can move mountains to get AD, and we can't get Kyrie. Look, this dude's an idiot. This dude Ezekiel Elliott is a freaking idiot, bro. He is an idiot. He needs to be kicked in his fucking jaw. He is an idiot. I mean, this guy, can somebody, I can't with Ezekiel Elliott. Celtic fans, stand up. Celtic fans? Nobody gives a fuck about no goddamn Celtics. Daquan, what's up? I think the deal would have happened if it weren't for the injury. Bullshit. We're going to talk about that in a second. I don't really like the KD-Kyrie combo, and the way you conveniently forgot to mention K-Bab rings under Phil. No, I didn't conveniently forget. Okay, you've been cleared $70 million. You cleared $70 million to do what? Get Julius Randle? That's why you cleared $70 million? To get Julius Randle? That was the plan? I said I'm going to try to relax today. Don't tell me shit about KD's injury, because that's the other thing that's on this list. James Dolan, you ain't no goddamn doctor. James Dolan, shut up. All he had to do was shut his mouth. He wants to go. Did you ever hear what's his name? Joseph Tsai, the 49% owner of the Brooklyn Nets. Did you hear of him saying, I want to see Kevin Durant's doctor's report? You know the doctor's report. The doctor's report is he has a ruptured Achilles. What would James Dolan, if James Dolan was handed the doctor's report, what would he have determined from the doctor's report that he didn't already know? But see, you Knicks fans, you want to not blame James Dolan. There's a history with James Dolan. He's an idiot. He's a buffoon. And worst of all, he's a loser. So now we got Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson tried to coach from the 4th row in Madison Square Garden. He went to a tryout in Las Vegas, working out players and everything else, and he falls asleep in the stands. This man's making $12 million a year. He falls asleep during the players' workout. He fired Mike Woodson. Mike Woodson had the team. Mike Woodson had the team going in the right direction. They make the playoffs. I think they won 52 games. He doesn't like Mike Woodson not being his goddamn puppet. He fired Mike Woodson. Who does he hire? Derek Fisher. After they lowballed Steve Kerr. Am I mad that they didn't get Steve Kerr? I'm not mad that they didn't get Steve Kerr. I'm not mad. But they tried to lowball him. And you hired Derek Fisher. What does Derek Fisher do? Derek Fisher goes and sleeps with Matt Barnes' wife and gets his ass beat by Matt Barnes. This is what the New York coach does. This is what the New York Knicks coach was. The Knicks is a goddamn clown show. The Knicks is a circus. And I got people on Facebook talking about, oh, don't blame James Dolan. This is not James Dolan's fault. Yes, it is James Dolan's fault. There's a history. And LeBron said, I'm not going. I'm going to tell you why LeBron didn't come in a second. Oh, I'm 100% clear on why LeBron didn't come. Kevin Durant, oh, he's buddy-buddy with LeBron. He ain't coming. Then y'all got this pipe dream that Kawhi is going to come. Kawhi is not coming to New York. He's not coming anywhere near New York. You was banking on Kyrie Irving? He thinks the world is flat. This is what you want? You don't want I don't give a damn if KD would have torn both his Achilles. If he'd have popped both them motherfuckers. He was getting the max from me. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Number 3. After Amari Stoudemire is in Phoenix playing with Steve Nash and just constantly injured. Playing with Steve Nash and D'Antoni where they don't play any defense. You took a guy who's a big, who does pick and rolls and alley-oops, plays no defense, and you give him an uninsured contract? For $100 million for 5 years, uninsured? For a dude that's always hurt? This is James Dolan type shit. James Dolan does shit like this. You don't hear Mickey Arison doing shit like this. Hell, you don't even hear Jeannie Buss doing shit like this. Number 4, he forced Donnie Walsh out. Listen, Donnie Walsh was sick. Donnie Walsh was working while sick. And when Donnie Walsh was here, truth be told, the Knicks were going in a positive direction. Yes, they were. And if you don't know that, then you're not a Knicks fan. When Donnie Walsh was here, the Knicks were going in a positive direction. But he forced Donnie Walsh out so he could put Isaiah back in that spot. But the fans went crazy when they heard that shit, and that never happened. But that's a fact. He forced Donnie Walsh out when things were going well. He's a glutton for punishment. He don't like when he doesn't know how to respond when things are positive. He's allergic to prosperity. Number 5, he traded for Carmelo when Carmelo had told the whole NBA, listen, people, I am going to the New York Knicks. I'm going to the Knicks. He told you he's going to the Knicks. You didn't have to trade, 7 players, 8 players for Carmelo? You didn't have to do that. And that team was going to make the playoffs. That team was going to make the playoffs without Carmelo. And you traded for Carmelo. You traded the whole goddamn team for Carmelo. And Carmelo was in New York with Amari by himself. A shit show. A shit show. James Dolan's net worth. James Dolan is an American executive who has a net worth of $1.5 billion. That's all he cares about is his money. He don't give a damn about the Knicks. That's a fact. I don't know who's more entertainment, you or Stephen A. Damn it, me. I heard KP6 and his brother wanted to have a sit down with Dolan, and Dolan said no. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you have a sit down with your best player? Why would you ever sit down with your best player? This is why James Dolan is a bona fide loser. So I'm not responding to anybody who goes on my Facebook page and says, why are you blaming James Dolan? Because I'm giving you all the reason why. Let me ask you all a question. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to respond. Go ahead. What's the difference between James Dolan and Donald Trump? Go ahead. Go ahead. Somebody tell me the difference between James Dolan and Donald Trump. Because they use the same exact tactics. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you hate Donald Trump, but y'all don't want to blame James Dolan for fucking up the Knicks? There's no difference. Let me tell you they use the same exact tactics. Both of them got their money from their daddy. Both of them. Both of them inherited money from their father. 2, and this is the biggest one, when both of them decide to piss off Black America, when they decide to piss off Black America, what they do, they surround themselves with more Negroes. Oh, yes, they do. James Dolan went and pissed off Charles Oakley. And for what? Because Charles Oakley was in his ass? You need to sell the team. This is a shitty product. You got them right. Somebody needs to tell him. And you go for Charles Oakley, a New York Knicks legend? You don't think that's the final straw? That's the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, what did Donald Trump do? Oh, he pissed off Black America. What'd he do? He gave stupid-ass Kanye a MAGA hat, had Jim Brown sitting in there with dementia, drooling on his goddamn self. They use the same tactics, James Dolan and Donald Trump. So now you think, oh, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but LeBron and Charles Oakley are really close. Charles Oakley is LeBron's man. So now you think you're going to go after LeBron the next year? After you just shitted on his man? That's not how it works. You're an idiot, James Dolan. Sell the Knicks, please. Boycott the Knicks. Let me read this. Agreed. Woodson was on the right path. That's a fact. Fisher got traded because Fisher took his girl and there was tension in the locker room. Hardaway Jr. got traded. Typo. Facts. Facts, Max. Roger Cooper. Happy birthday to my guy, Roger Cooper. Talk. If they kept that team and picked up Melo, we would yes! You keep Melo. I mean, you keep Chandler, the shooter from Italy. I forget his name. Bugatti or whatever his name is. You keep them and add Melo to him. But no. Gallo, Felton, Moskov, Wilson Chandler was a pretty good team. You damn right it was. James Dickhead Dolan. Fact. Nothing. Trump's wife is hotter. That's the only difference. Dolan has more money. I don't know about that. One is running America, the other can't run a team. Facts. And Dolan files taxes. Facts. People don't like Dolan. Free Charles Oakley. People don't like Dolan. What is there to like about Dolan? There's nothing to like about him. He's a loser. He's a loser in the best city in the world. He's a loser where basketball is king. Basketball's king in the city, and we got the shittiest team in the league. It's something with the blue and orange because the Mets, they're a goddamn shit show too. How the Mets celebrate the 1969 World Series team, they celebrate the team and spell one of the players' name wrong and put that shit up on the scoreboard. What is going on with the blue, white, and the orange? It's a complete shit show. Oh, we're impatient. We're impatient with James Dolan. How much more patience should we have? James Dolan he stays away from basketball operations. He doesn't stay away from basketball operations because he asked to see the doctor's report on, what's the boy name? Kevin Durant. We already know the doctor's report. What else do you need to know, you idiot? How come I live in Bayshore, Long Island, and I know the doctor's report, but you live, what, in Bethpage? You got a helicopter, you fly to goddamn Madison Square Garden, your own Penn Station, your own Newsday, your own Cablevision, but you don't know what's going on with Kevin Durant? You idiot! James Dolan, you're an idiot! And anybody who can't see that James Dolan is the problem with the Knicks, I got some beachfront land I can sell you in North Dakota. Number 6, he put a muzzle on all New York Knicks beat writers. The only ones he didn't put a muzzle on, guess who? Newsday. He alienated the Daily News. How is your team in Manhattan and you alienate the Daily News? The Daily News is the #1 newspaper, the New York Post, Daily News, New York Post. He alienated the beat writers from the Daily News and New York Post. The Daily News is the #1 newspaper in New York City. Newsday is a Long Island thing. Your team is in New York City. How do you alienate the Daily News? You know why? Because somebody said, I think Dwayne Edward Eliza said it. He said he cares about his pockets. That's all he cares about. He don't give a fuck about us. Hey, guess what? We got to make some noise. Because you know what? Got that Tracy, what's Tracy's last name? What's Tracy's last name, Marie? Tracy Morgan, Spike Lee, Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Woody Harrelson, Woody Allen, John McEnroe. They don't give a damn. They gonna be at them games any goddamn way, and that's the biggest problem. Because despite the Knicks being a slob organization, they're still the most profitable NBA team today. So guess what? All these corporations, you gotta stop buying tickets. We gotta turn your MSG off. What are you gonna see? Another loss? Number 7. This guy is such an asshole. Let me tell you how much of an asshole he is. I remember this shit. I forgot what game it was. Remember when Kevin Garnett and Carmelo had that incident where Kevin Garnett said his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios? I hope everybody remembers that. If you're a real Knicks fan, you remember that. Carmelo was out waiting for the bus by the bus for Kevin Garnett. The next game, The next game, James Dolan had Carmelo recorded to see what he was saying on the court during the game. Like, he had somebody recording Carmelo Anthony during the game. What a buffoon. What a fucking loser. He's a loser. But y'all want to turn around and say to me, oh, don't blame James Dolan. This one is not on him. It is on him. It's always on him. It's been on him since he started. He's a loser. That's what losers do. Could you imagine you go to your job? You go to your job and your boss puts a fucking recorder in your desk to hear you talking about him because you had an incident with a coworker the day before? How would you feel about that? How would you feel? Come on, come on. Free Charles Oakley. Let me read. Knicks can't get right. Rudy for the Nets. I'm at a loss. See, my thing is this. I'm so loyal. I'm loyal to a fault. It's one thing about me. I'm loyal to a fault. We're going to talk about that later, though. Y'all, Melo was getting impatient because Denver wanted them players and it was holding up the deal. Melo, through Stephen A, came out and said trade them players. I don't give a damn what Carmelo said. Carmelo made it clear. Carmelo told LeBron and Dwayne Wade because he was supposed to be it was supposed to be Chris Bosh going to the Heat. It wasn't supposed to be Bosh going to the Heat. It was supposed to be Melo, Melo, Wade, and LeBron. And he had already told LeBron and Wade, no, I'm about my money. I'm going to the Knicks. He could have waited. He wasn't going anywhere. But James Dolan's so out of touch, so stupid. Dolan did his own pops filthy. I didn't even get on that, but whatever. And memorialized two guys that are still alive. Oh, that's the Mets. Because they're a shit show too. Let's change the colors. That's a good idea. Put them in black, all black. Black numbers, everything. Black on black. Because there's a fucking funeral parlor over there. I know it's off topic, Noel, but did you see the 27-year-old pitcher found that? Yes, I did see that. Sad. He likes that. You're burning a sweet yelling. Okay. By the way, Dolan lives in Oyster Bay Cove. Shitty area. That conglomerate that he owns. Sweat, typo. I'm sorry, you horror. What's up, baby? James Dolan is the same owner from the Eddie movie. yeah, pretty much. Michael Greg Wilson, what's up? Heard Steph was wilding in the front office on James Dolan's watch. Aunt Debbie. So that's number 7. I'm telling you all the ways James Dolan is a loser. Don't come on my Facebook page talking about James Dolan is not at fault. James Dolan is clearly at fault. He's been at fault for years. Let me just review real quick. Number 1, the hiring of Isaiah Thomas. What a shit show. Don't forget the sexual assault accusation. Don't forget they traded for Stephen Marbury. Don't forget they traded LaMarcus Aldridge and Joakim Noah for Eddie Curry. Don't forget they gave Jerome James a boatload of money. Hiring Phil Jackson. He hired Phil Jackson to keep people out of Madison Square Garden and having a goddamn riot. That's the only reason why he hired him. And he paid him $60 million over 5 years. And he went to sleep during the tryout. He fired Mike Woodson. Mike Woodson had him go in the right direction. Hired Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher sleeping with other ball players' wives. Amari Stoudemire, you gave often injured Mari Stoudemire an uninsured contract. That's all you need to think. He gave him $100 million over 5 years. Uninsured. He forced Donnie Walsh out. Donnie Walsh had the team going in the right direction. Got them from under the cap. Got them from under Isaiah Thomas debacle. Donnie Walsh did that. Got them from under Isaiah Thomas shit show. And then he forced Donnie Walsh out to bring Isaiah back. Traded for Carmelo when he didn't have to. He put the muzzle on the Daily News and a Post because he owns Newsday. He recorded Carmelo during the game. Like, who does that? We talked about number 8. Him traded LaMarcus Aldridge and Joakim Noah for Curry. And Curry. Not Steph Curry, and Curry. Number 9. Look, this is one of the craziest ones. Number 9. He had Allen Houston on the books 2 years after Allen Houston retired. 2 years after Allen Houston retired, he had Allen Houston on the books. Why? Because he re-upped with Allen Houston, where Allen Houston wasn't even a dog like that. He gave him 6 years, $100 million. And Allen Houston wasn't even a dog like that. Allen Houston wasn't a winner. Allen Houston blows out his knee. 2 years later, Allen Houston's getting paid by the New York Knicks. James Dolan is a loser. Jamal Halton, I just saw Jamal Halton. Jamal Halton, what's good, big fella? Jamal Halton's one of those dudes who texts me, well, what did James Dolan do? What didn't he do? Number 10, a random fan says to James Dolan as he's walking out of the arena, you need to sell a team. This sissy throws a temper tantrum and has the kid escorted out and excluded from all Knicks games. He is petty. He's a sissy. And worst of all, he's a loser. He's a loser in the greatest city in the world. Don't tell me about L.A. L.A.'s not the greatest city in the world. Everything that happens in the world, you have best believe goes through Manhattan. Okay? I don't know where y'all are from. I don't care where y'all are from. Okay? A lot of y'all want to show your little pride in your little city. Okay? That's cool. I get it. But everything you do in your little city, okay, you do it because it's from New York. Without New York, your little city's a shithole. So now he has rabbit ears. That's the worst thing he can have. He has rabbit ears. Charles Oakley. We discussed the Charles Oakley incident already. The treatment. Oh, here's another one that bothers the shit out of me. The treatment of Patrick Ewing and Jeff Van Gundy. How do you belittle Jeff Van Gundy? Jeff Van Gundy was keeping that bitch alive. The only reason why the players played was because of Jeff Van Gundy. You couldn't wait to get Patrick Ewing out the door. Did I agree with the trade? Yes. Did I agree how you did the trade? Hell no. Hell no. But Jeff Van Gundy, you shitted on Jeff Van Gundy every chance you got. Like this little man ain't got pride. Like this little man is going to listen to your stupid billionaire ass who knows nothing about basketball, and you're trying to dictate what goes on the basketball court with Jeff Van Gundy, who's a lifer, who's a basketball lifer. It's what he does for his life. Let me read some of this shit. Did I miss your opinion on... Wait, hold on. Leave my bets alone. Oh, we gonna get on the Mets. Sorry, Auntie. We gotta get on the Mets. What up, Ebbs? Hope you're feeling a little better. I am. Did I miss your opinion on all his signings? No. Didn't not yet. Allen Houston, $100 million for 6 years. Why re-up with Allen Houston for that much? For that long a time? I don't even give a damn about the money, but the length of time. Chris two-piece Childs, $40 million. Still paying Grandmama right now. He's not paying Larry Johnson right now. No, he's not. Stop. He's off the books. James Cousin, what's up? Jamal Haltom, what's up, big fella? High school phenom Ed Curry. I don't give a damn. He sucked in the NBA. B Funky, what's up? What you talking about? Old stuff. See? Jamal with his bullshit. He's the owner, not the GM. Tell us something we don't know. Jamal Haltom. Morris Roderick. Basketball doesn't go through New York. Jamal Haltom, let me talk to Jamal Haltom because you said some dumb shit just now. Jamal Haltom, you live in Las Vegas. They got that little raggedy ass AAU basketball tournament once a year in Las Vegas. Once a year. Okay, in New York, they have tournaments like that in New York every Saturday. If you don't do your homework when you come talk to me, you do your homework when you come talk to me. Go back in the day, way back in the day, and see where damn near all the Hall of Famers, most of the Hall of Famers have come from. Basketball is just catching. Virginia's just catching basketball. DC is just catching basketball. Las Vegas, California, Chicago is just catching basketball. In New York, basketball is played year-round, no matter what the weather, no matter what the time. I'm telling you right now, you could go in Brooklyn at midnight and find you a game outside. Full court game outdoors. Jamal Haltom, don't come in here with your petty, non-observant West Coast bias. I'm telling you what I know. I'm still involved in New York City basketball. Okay, you've never been to the Rucker. The Rucker is like a Madison Square Garden during the playoffs. You've never been to Dykeman. Hell, you've never been to Bolden Mac Park. You've never been to John J. Burns. You've never been to 72. Y'all don't have no parks like that in Las Vegas where you can just say the name. Just say 72 and ask dudes in Queens what that means. IS-8. When LeBron was in high school, they flew LeBron from Cleveland, from Akron, to JFK, got a car from JFK, went to IS-8, which is off of Merrick Boulevard in Jamaica, Queens. On the court that day, because I was there, AJ Price, Allen Ray, Jason Frazier, Danny Green, and lo and behold, walks into the gym, LeBron James. People went crazy. LeBron James ain't going to no Vegas. LeBron James ain't going to D.C. LeBron James ain't going to Florida. If you don't understand that the mecca of basketball is New York City, then you need to get the hell off of my goddamn post. LA 10 modern day ships. I'm Gloria, hello. Bro, your tales are better than Stephen A. and Rappaport. I've been in tears since yesterday, laughing at you. Thank you, sir. Julius Austin, what's up? Takes, I'm talking about the NBA. True fact. Thank you, B Funky. True fact. We know about the NBA, Jamal Haltom. You're late. We've been talking about the NBA. Don't come in 45 minutes late and just start talking about shit we already spoke about. You got to catch up. Number 13. I'm up to 13 ways that James Dolan is a complete nincompoop and has ran every elite player off the New York Knicks radar. Every elite player. There is a little blackball list of all elite players are not coming to New York. Not until James Dolan has to sell this team. And guess what? We have to push his hand to sell it. We have to boycott the Knicks, boycott Madison Square Garden, boycott Newsday, and boycott Cablevision. This is what we have to do. Hiring Scott Layden. What a shit show that was. If you remember, Scott Layden came from Utah. You can't come from Utah to New York and make a difference. There's a totally different way of life. And then what does Scott Layden do? Scott Layden traded Nene, Marcus Camby, Mark Jackson for a hurt, and I don't know if y'all remember this, a hurt Antonio McDyess. Antonio McDyess was a dunker. That's it. We gave up Nene, who's still playing, Marcus Camby, and the all-time assist leader and Mark Jackson for Antonio McDyess. We can't even find Antonio McDyess right now. Antonio McDyess was a dunker, and when he blew his knee out, he was never the same. Scott Layden, hiring Scott Layden, what a shit show that was. Then he hires, this is number 14. He hired Larry Brown, but he fired Mike Woodson. He hires Lenny Wilkins. They didn't want to coach anymore. He's just giving away money. They didn't even want to coach. This the shit we had to deal with. Review, real quick. Hiring Isaiah Thomas, number 1. Complete shit show. Phil Jackson, hiring him, another shit show. Does nothing right. Giving Amari Stoudemire $100 million uninsured dollars. What a shit show. Forced Donnie Walsh out. He forced Donnie Walsh out. Donnie Walsh got them from under Isaiah Thomas mess. And he forces Donnie Walsh out to try to hire Isaiah Thomas back. What? And Donnie Walsh is not the problem? I mean, James Dolan is not the problem? If you're Kevin Durant and you know this, you know what I just gave you, and you know this about him, would you come here and play? If you're LeBron James and he just shitted on your man, would you come here and play? Traded for Melo when he didn't have to trade for Melo. He put the muzzle on the the Daily News and the New York Post. Why? Because he owns Newsday. All he cares about is all his pockets. That's all he cares about. He recorded Carmelo after the Garnett incident. He recorded Carmelo. I forget who they were playing. I think it was Chicago. I'm not sure. I forget who they were playing. But he recorded Carmelo to hear the shit talk to see if he was guilty of excessive shit talking. He traded LaMarcus Aldridge and Joakim Noah for Ed Curry. Gave Allen Houston, at the end of his career, 6 years, $100 million. Allen Houston was still on the books 2 years later, after he retired. The random fan who he puts out because he asked him to sell a team. If that's the case, then he gonna put me out of fucking Manhattan. Charles Oakley incident. That was enough right there. Charles Oakley incident. I forgot about that. Somebody, Dre Lazo, Dre Lodge, I'm going to talk to that in a second, as soon as I finish reviewing. The treatment of Patrick Ewing and Jeff Van Gundy was deplorable, especially how he treated Jeff Van Gundy. After Jeff Van Gundy took the team to the finals, by the way. Hiring Scott Layden from Utah to come here to the New York Knicks, and he turns around and he trades Camby, Nene, and Mark Jackson for Antonio Medice. Lord have mercy. And to hire Larry Brown and Lenny Wilkins. Y'all don't see the problem? Yo, why are you mad at James Dolan? Because he's like a skunk. When you see a skunk, what do people do? Run. What did KD do? Run. Kyrie, run. LeBron, run. Let's read. That's right. In Brooklyn, the same borough where we ain't doing all this Brooklyn talk. I had to go to the MTA headquarters today down on Livingston Street, and I was pissing my pants thinking about the shit you said about Brooklyn yesterday. All facts. Thank you, Joey Crash. People think Brooklyn's this luxurious place. Brooklyn is a complete dumpster with some nice parts. That's all it is. Antonio no dice. No. He blamed Walsh for not landing LeBron. That's why he wanted Thomas back. Isaiah gets blockbuster deals done. Craig? What blockbuster deal Isaiah get done? The fuck are you talking about? Had Jamal Crawford and Zach Randolph too. These are bona fide facts. He had Jamal Crawford and Zach Randolph on the same team. Got nothing for them. Nothing. You call New York the Mecca and say basketball runs through it. Then you complain about not being able to overcome the owner's mistake. The Lakers overcome bad ownership. This is why Jamal Halton gets on my last goddamn nerve. This is why, because he says the dumbest shit. He says the dumbest shit. Jamal Halton, you say dumb shit. You don't get what's going on out here, Jamal Halton. You got a man who takes a helicopter to work. He lives in one of the wealthiest communities in the United States of America, in Oyster Bay, Long Island. He's out of touch with New York basketball, Jamal Halton. Just like you are out of touch with New York basketball, Jamal Halton. There are parks that you could walk into right now and put a Knicks uniform on them, and they will shine in the NBA. I'm telling you right now. So all that shit you talking, try to weasel or crowbar your Laker talk into this shit, we're not doing Laker talk today. Don't crowbar that bullshit. I give the Lakers plenty of attention. Don't crowbar your shit into there today. We're trying to get James Dolan to sell the team. I want somebody to steal the team from, put them in a Ponzi scheme, something. Senio. The game was against Chicago. Okay. I knew it was against Chicago. Okay. McDyess breaks his kneecap in the preseason. A hot mess. Whiteside to the Blazers. Who cares? Face it, man. The Lakers are NBA royalty. suave, false about park guys shining in the NBA. You're out of touch. You're out of touch. You live in Las Vegas. You live in Las Vegas. You don't know what goes on in Dykeman. Sorry. Sorry. I knew a kid named Carlos Davis. That son of a bitch could play in the league. I'm telling you, Carlos Davis was so ridiculously nice. And could jump out the building. It's nice as shit. And physical and strong. Like strapping. I don't know. See, in Las Vegas, there's different basketball. Okay? In New York City, there are basketball players who don't go to school. And that's the reason they don't make it in the NBA. There are basketball players who you've never heard of. Duncan Hines, the kid who got killed, the drug dealer kid, monster. I saw him give Kenny Anderson the business when Kenny Anderson was the hottest thing in New York. He gave Kenny Anderson work. Again, Jamal Haltom, you live in Las Vegas. You live in a fucking desert. You live in a fucking desert. Your knowledge of street basketball is nil. You don't know street basketball. You know what I tell you or what you decide to Google. You live in a fucking desert. I've been to Vegas. I have never drove by a park in Vegas and saw the park full of basketball players. Never. There's a soccer tournament out that motherfucker somewhere. Oh, there's a soccer tournament out that bitch right now. Never seen a basketball. Never seen a basketball player in Las Vegas. Not until they go to UNLV and they play at the AAU tournament. The basketball stops at UNLV. That shit ain't in Henderson. Jamal Haltom, shh, learn. Shh, learn, Jamal Haltom. It's okay to be wrong, Jamal Haltom. Shh, you learn today. I see. Wait, hold on. True, I see plenty of pro come through Finley Prep. Clinton laughing, Craig laughing, Glenn Jackson. Glenn Jackson's another one. I don't even think Glenn Jackson watch sports. He just be saying the wildest shit. Jamal under a rock is Jamal. Jamal is under a rock in the desert. That's a fact. Washington Square Park. Washington Square Park. Basketball players. New York is the mecca of basketball. And the problem, this is why we have such a problem with James Dolan. This is why we have such a problem. Because basketball is the first love in New York. Not baseball, not football, basketball. And we got an asshole as an owner. What does that have to do with the NBA? Tell him to watch the video Soul in the Hole. Not only the video Soul in the Hole, read the book, shit. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Lincoln High School. Cardozo High School. Hell, when I was in Bayside High School, Amityville High School. Grady High School, Robeson High School. Hempstead, Uniondale. What the hell are you talking about? Long Island Lutheran, St. Anthony's, Upper Room, Chaminade. Not one of those Las Vegas high schools could compete with any of the New York City high schools. So again, what does this have to do with the NBA? You want to know why we're so passionate about the New York Knicks? Because the New York Knicks, be clear, to us people who are 30 and older, this was the first team. Not the Nets. This was the first team. So when we got this white man who's out of touch with New York basketball and insists on running the NBA team into the ground, you have to understand, you have to bear with us. This is why we have problems with James Dolan. But here's a bigger problem. I gave you 14 reasons why James Dolan's a fuck up. But here's the bigger problem. And I thought about this shit all day. The New York Knicks ain't going to win no time soon, people. The Knicks are not going to win no time soon. You know who wins in all this? Who got his fingers all over this shit? Jay-Z. Jay-Z wins. Don't forget Jay-Z was a minority owner with the Nets. He's part of the reason why the Nets are in Brooklyn. Don't forget that about Jay-Z. Then don't forget that KD is part of Rock Nation. Then don't forget that Kyrie just fired his management and hired Rock Nation. Don't forget Jay-Z can't stand James Dolan. Jay-Z got his hands all over this shit. I'm going to go deeper with this shit with y'all. Watch this. Watch this. The millennials have won. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Them young cats, the millennials, the rappers with new rappers, they won. They won. They beat James Dolan. They won. They took over the city. The millennials have taken over New York City. Yes, they are. They haven't taken over Manhattan. But they damn sure. When you can make Brooklyn, and I'm telling you, Brooklyn's a shithole. When you can make Brooklyn seem better than Manhattan, where there's trillions, gazillions of dollars, and there's poverty in Brooklyn. Real live poverty in Brooklyn. You can't live in Manhattan and be impoverished. You can't. It just don't go together. If you live in Manhattan and you are living below the poverty line, you are basically homeless. A bullshit studio apartment in Manhattan is going to cost you close to $2,000, if not $2,000. The millennials have won. Their new money has taken over the old money. And here we are at 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. Our fan base, the New York Knicks fan base, is now old. And that Brooklyn fan base, oh, you know who goes to watch the Knicks? Tracy Morgan. How old is Tracy Morgan? Same age as me, 48 years old. Spike Lee, 60. Woody Allen, 70. His wife is 30, so I guess she's under the thing, under the range. John McEnroe, 60. Howard Stern, 60. Oh, there's going to be new rappers in Brooklyn. We're going to see Casanova sitting courtside. SZA sitting courtside. Beyonce, Jay-Z sitting courtside. Lil Weezy sitting courtside. Hell, that boy that does that cowboy rap song, Little Nas X, he just came out the closet. He'll be sitting there courtside. Oh, the new money has taken over the old money. The millennials have taken over the city, basketball-wise, because the New York fan base has gotten old. And guess what? The owner is out of touch. But you got a Russian and a Vietnamese owner. The owner owns 51%. The Russian dude owns 51%. The Vietnamese dude owns 49%. And they've taken over the city. Believe that shit. And if you are sitting at home talking about the Knicks are going to be okay, then you are a buffoon. You're out of touch. You're part of the problem. Because there should be no way, if you have the history of the New York Knicks, you have Madison Square Garden, there's no way that anybody should be even looking at the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to be okay. Who? How? When? You ain't winning no championship? Not with this team. The Knicks are not winning a championship no time soon. Hello. Listen to me. I'm going to be 48 years old. I'm going to be 48. I'm 48 years old. So I'm 48 years old. In 10 years, I'll be 58. The last time the Knicks won a championship, I was 2 years old. 2. The Knicks will never win a championship. Who are the Knicks going to get? Oh, we'll get in the draft. It's good. We'll get in the draft. Who's in the draft? Who's in college? Tell me who's in college right now. If the college draft was today, the 2020 college draft was today, tell me who's the number one player. You don't even know. We can get in the draft. That's good. Who wants to be in the draft right now? There is no Zion Williamson in this year's draft, people. There is none. You get the number one pick this year, so what? Let me read. What's up? What's up, Sal? Jay-Z is the king of New York. There's some truth to that. Poverty is in most cities in the nation. You horror, please tell us something we don't know. You horror, let me tell you something. I've been to Brooklyn, I've been to Maryland, I've been to North Carolina, I've been to D.C., I've been to Virginia, I've been to South Carolina, I've been to Florida, I've been to Las Vegas, I've been to Jamaica. The poverty looks different in Brooklyn. And if you can't see that the poverty looks a little different in Brooklyn, honey, you need to get out the city a little bit more. The poverty looks different in New York. Smell the hallways in New York. Smell the elevators. Don't park your car in the snow. You ain't gonna see that son of a bitch till next week. I know a man who was living in his car. Swear to God. I know a man who was living in his car. He left his car running to get heat. He fell asleep in his car during a snowstorm. They plowed the streets. His car was packed in the snow so tightly that he died of carbon monoxide. His car was back, the smoke, the exhaust was kicking into his car. He died of carbon monoxide while in his car. They didn't find him until the snow melted. He was in his car. You ought to stop. Yeah, but no, it's not like Brooklyn has no money. The Dodgers were there. The Dodgers was there 70, 80 years ago. Oh. The market was always there. No, the market wasn't always there. That's why they left. Bron go to be in BK when he not playing. Lakers versus the Nets. Christmas game. BK will be lit. You ever been? You know what's across the street from the Barclays? Anybody know what's across the street from the Barclays? So I'm telling me Barclays is going to be lit because of a Christmas game in Brooklyn. You know what's across the street from Barclays? I could tell you, a goddamn supermarket. What's that, CVS over there, Marie? CVS? A Stop and Shop? That's why it'll be lit. That's why it's going to be lit. Stop acting like it's going to be lit because of a Christmas game. People are going to be over there Christmas shopping. Julius is down the street. I'm talking directly across the street from the Barclays. Julius is about 3 or 4 blocks away. Burlington Coat Factory. That's why it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit because it's Christmas time and people are going to be shopping. Please. I said last year, not even reading the rest of that. Stop shitting on Brooklyn because of Dolan. Listen, if it wasn't for Dolan, I'm telling you the truth about Brooklyn. Brooklyn is about, listen, it's about to be nice and humid tomorrow. Brooklyn is about to be nice and funky tomorrow. I promise you. Just go outside. You must live in Brooklyn now, you horror. Go outside, put your hands on your hips, and take a nice deep breath. I bet you won't do it twice. Go to St. Louis. St. Louis got the 9th ward of New Orleans beat when it comes to poverty. Let's not outpour each other, please. Burlington Coat Factory, crazy. Atlantic Mall, Atlantic Terminal, Target, Stop and Shop, Burlington, PC Richards. That's a fact. That's why it's going to be lit, because it's Christmas shopping over there. Once across the street from the Garden, a post office, Barney's. And that's what it should be. What's up? The hell you frowning about? So now, the other thing that you so-called Knicks fans are saying, and you're out of touch, and don't know what you're talking about, half you don't know basketball, you're talking about you wouldn't give Kevin Durant the money if because he blew out his Achilles. What? You wouldn't give Kevin Durant the max? Are you kidding? People, let me remind you who Kevin Durant is. Kevin Durant is a 7-foot perimeter finesse basketball slasher with a ratchet from 30. Ratchet means he can shoot it from 30 with a handle like a point guard. And you wouldn't give him the max? Talk about he ain't gonna come back to say. Okay, let's say LeBron, let's say Kevin Durant is not the same player when he comes back. Let's just say that. Kevin Durant is not the same player when he comes back. He's still going to be the best 7-foot shooting big man in the goddamn league. He's a 7-footer. No, you sound stupid. He's a 7-footer that can shoot it. And you wouldn't give it to him because of Achilles? He's a finesse player. If you said, well, I'm not giving LeBron, the max because of his Achilles. If you'd have said, I'm not giving Kawhi Leonard the max because of his Achilles, I would agree with you. But you're talking about Kevin Durant. He's a finesse player. He's not a type of guy who's going to put his back to the basket and play with power and have to anchor his foot into the ground and have to be pushing off his Achilles on a regular basis. How he pop his Achilles, people? By trying to cross over Serge Ibaka. And when you tear your Achilles and when it's repaired, you don't tear it again. Because an Achilles tear deteriorates. It just doesn't pop. It comes from deterioration. So, just to give you some insight, this year, Kevin Durant was 27 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. No, you sound stupid, Edwin, and you don't have to watch. 27, 6 with a bad calf on his way to a 50-point night on one leg. Now, just to give you some insight, and he's rail thin. So how much pressure is he really putting on that Achilles? So now, listen now. 2014. He broke his foot in 2014. He only played 27 games in 2014. The next year he came back, I think he had his best year. He had, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists was his average. 28, 8, and 6 after a broken foot. And then you want to talk about a real injury that fucks up 7-footers. Broken foot fucks up 7-footers. You could come back from it, kill it. Ask Yao Ming. Let's read some of this shit. James Simpson. Yo, your son just gave you a crazy look before he walked. I know. James Simpson, what's up? Models, you sound stupid. No, Edwin Santos, you sound stupid. You sound real stupid, Edwin Santos, because you're one of those people who believe James Dolan's not at fault. You're big dope. 80% of KD's game is better than half the league. At 80%, KD is better than half the league. That's a fact. That's a fact. And KD was so goddamn nice, he didn't even take the fullback. He took a cut. He left money on the table so they could add another player. Who gonna be better than KD next year? Go ahead, I'll wait. You act as he stands there. What? See, that's some dumb shit you say, Edwin Santos. Do you see the paper Dame Lillard signed for? 197, 4-year extension? He's worth every dime. No, you sound stupid. Supermax extension. Bond, what's up? You sound stupid because his game is based on movement. Edwin Santos, you sound stupid because his game is based on a jump shot. KD is not the same player if he doesn't have a jump shot. What makes KD's game go is a jump shot. Stick to soccer, buddy. If KD doesn't have a jump shot, he's JaVale McGee. If he doesn't have a jump shot, he's JaVale McGee. What makes KD special is he can extend the floor. He could bring you out to 30 and you better defend his ass. Now, you defend him at 30, now he can go by you. He go by you at will because he can handle the ball and he's long. Stick to soccer, buddy. Stick to the World Cup. Stick to the female World Cup. That's what you know, Edwin Santos. Leave the basketball to the big boys. Clay got the extension. Of course he would. Why wouldn't you extend Clay? Today's game is about shooting. Can you shoot? If you can shoot in today's game, you can play forever. Think about how the game is played. The mid-range game is a lost art. The game today is played dunks and threes. Dunks and threes. You have teams taking up to 53-point shots a game. When Larry Bird played, they took 10. And Larry Bird was considered a shooter. Now you a doctor. You damn right I'm a doctor. All he did was beat OKC on a buzzer beater, and they were ranked above OKC anyway. Who has a problem with Dame Lillard? Look at the real reason he didn't come. And why do you think the Knicks didn't give him extra money? Edwin Santos is a James Dolan supporter. He's a James Dolan supporter. We didn't say Edwin Santos was too bright now. We didn't say he was very bright. He's a James Dolan supporter. If you're a James Dolan supporter, today's show is not for you. Because James Dolan is an idiot. He's a piece of garbage. Santos, he has expressed his opinion. If he's stupid, why are you listening? Because that's what he do. That's what he do. That's what he do, Auntie. He good. He was never coming here. We said that, stupid and stupido. We said that as stupido. You came late. You came late as stupido. That's why we said that already. You sound stupid, sweating hard in the AC room. No, that's stupido. No, it's stupido. That's what you do. That's what you do. In that tiny ass apartment you live in that you're paying $2,000 for, and there's 7 of you motherfuckers in that tiny motherfucker. That's a sweat box. That's a hot box. Stop thinking you're going to insult me, bro. Stop thinking you... Come on. Edwin. Shut up, Edwin. Cállate la boca ahora. Derek Brower. Fuck you, don't insult me. No, fuck you, don't insult me. Where is Fanny Pack JaVale? Who knows? So he goes by you that's teleporting or actual movement. Bobby Berry, what's up? You're so right about it's a shooting game. Hardly anyone goes to the hole for... Yeah, tell that dumbass Edwin Santos that. What's good, people? So you see the Nets coming out the East? Who gonna beat the Nets? Not this year. Not this year. Not this year. It's still Milwaukee. The other team that's going to have issues, I don't like what they did. People loving what they did. I don't like what they did, is the 76ers. How do you get rid of J.J. Redick? How do you let him go? You don't have enough shooting. Ben Simmons can't shoot. You need shooters all over the court. You have Tobias Harris. That's one shooter. If you're considering Embiid a shooter, they're in trouble. If you're considering Horford a shooter, they're in trouble. You need shooters. Shorty Rogers, what's up? You need ratings. I ain't a supporter of anybody but the jersey. So what? Catch a stroke, Gordo. Your mama. Boston looks good in Philly. I have a problem. Now, Philly, Boston getting Kemba Walker, it's a good move. Good move. Put him with them young guys, get him out in the break, good move. Like that move. Nets is a dumpster fire. KD and Kyrie are too sensitive together. Too sensitive to work together. Bobby Berry. Listen, I love you like cooked food. But you are so wrong on this one. You are so wrong on this one. If you look at that Nets team, that Nets team got a bunch of quiet, nice dudes. Kevin Durant wants to be around a quiet, nice team. Kyrie Irving is the only problem on that team. Now, is Kevin Durant sensitive? Yes. But in order to get under the skin, that team needs to go bad. That team ain't going to go bad under Kyrie and Kevin Durant. It's not going to go bad. This is not happening. Not with Dinwiddie, the kid LeVert. That's a good team. Now, I'm going to tell you what can mess up the Nets. I'm going to tell you exactly what can mess up the Nets. If Kyrie Irving don't change his game. Because Kyrie Irving don't play a winning style of basketball. He wants to be a shoot-first point guard. He wants to do and one mixtape. If Kyrie Irving don't change his game, the Nets ain't doing shit. You and Gibbs can share a hospital bed. Shut up, you dumbass. Edwin Santos not having a good 6 or 7 minutes right now. No, he sounds ridiculous. Reddick was got on the cheap. He needs to fire his agent. Where is Kawhi going? I think Kawhi going to the Clippers. He going to the Clippers. He goes to the Lakers, it's a wrap. He goes to the Lakers, it's a wrap. Do I see that happening? No. If he goes to the Lakers, that's just not playing fair. I see him going to the Clippers. Kawhi don't have anything else to prove. Just like LeBron don't have anything else to prove. 76 is coming out. They got my 7'4" protege to show length. 76ers can't shoot. They got one shooter, Tobias Harris. Tell me another shooter, Bobby Berry. Tell me another shooter that plays with the 76ers. This is going to be the problem. Tell me another shooter. Ben Simmons won't get in the gym. Why he won't get in the gym? Because he's chasing Kylie Jenner around. I don't blame him. He ain't getting in the gym. Hold on. Kyrie is going to kill everything his first year before KD gets right. Who's Edwin Santos? Is he a regular? Let me tell you who Edwin Santos is. Edwin Santos is this dude who lives in Manhattan, right? Who was about 5'2", but 5'2", but chubby, but stalks girls in the gym. Like he's the type of dude that be on the treadmill, but be filming other girls working out. That's the type of dude he is. Like he do weird sucker shit. You know? And then he tries to ruffle my feathers every now and then with some dumb shit. Now, he also goes to like the worst barber in the city. That's the other thing that New York City is known for. Their barbershops. Like, he's 50 years old with a high top fade. That tells you everything you need to know. That means he's covering up some baldness. How you 50 with the kid and play high top fade? What is going on there? And he's probably stressed out because he got twins. Yes, he's stressed out. That's probably the part of the problem. So what he needs to do is leave me the fuck alone and go to the barbershop and get his ass a fade, a Caesar, something. Because you are way too old to be running around with a high top fade, my brother. And I'm being nice because my auntie is here. I'm being nice. I'm being real nice. I'm being real nice. But he also lives in Manhattan. And you know what Manhattan apartments look like. He just moved from the 3rd floor to the 5th floor. Some shit like that. He didn't even have to get a U-Haul. He got a wagon and dragged the shit up the elevator. And he got a 2-bedroom and it's as big as a freaking Lego. Brooklyn will be the East Coast Houston team if Kyrie doesn't change his game. Chauncey Rogers, that's a bona fide fact. That's a bona fide fact. If Kyrie Irving don't change how he plays, which LeBron was trying to do, by the way, the Brooklyn Nets will not be successful. But he'll change his game when Kevin Durant gets there. He won't change his game this year. When Kevin Durant gets there, and if he walks into Brooklyn talking about do this, do that, do this, do that, oh, there's going to be a problem. That kid LeVert ain't trying to hear that shit. Reese Chandler, what's up? Does it matter to you? Yeah, it matters. I think he's Dominican too, so he might be a little drunk right now. I think he probably has some Mama Juana or some shit. He might be a little drunk right now, you horror. So, just ignore him a little bit. When he comes back sober, we'll talk to him again. You know how you do get drunk at 6 p.m. Just cause it's hot outside, he's sitting on the roof with some bird shit next to him and a gallon of Mama Juana. You know how they do. So why not team up together with LeBron and Kawhi if they don't have nothing to prove? I don't see that happening. I could be wrong. But who knows with Kawhi Leonard? Like, he's weird. But he has nothing to prove. Like, he went to Toronto, although he beat a team that was injured. But he came through in Toronto. Like, he has nothing to prove. I don't have a problem with your Knicks signing Randle, Taj Gibson. Oh. I don't have a problem with where's Taj Gibson from? This is why they signed him. Where's he from? He's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. He's a New Yorker. I don't even have a problem with them signing Randle. But Randle wasn't in the plans. You should have did everything possible. Lie, cheat, steal, offer him too much money. You should have did everything possible to get Kevin Durant in the blue and orange. You should have did everything. The rumor is James Dolan didn't even have money. They wasn't even ready to offer him. They should have offered Kevin Durant the day he got his surgery. The day he had his surgery, he had a surgery in New York. They should have been in New York, offering him right there. Offering him everything. Talk about he ain't going to come back regular. That's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is special. He going to lose his jump shot because he tore his Achilles? Really? Knicks got Coolidge from Carver High School on the White Shadow. She's salty, y'all. Give it to him. My aunt said give it to him. No, really salty today, y'all. No, I'm not salty. What do you think about the Warriors' acquisition of Russell? I don't think Russell fits in with them socially. And don't think that playing on a team doesn't have social, like there isn't social parts of it that makes your team gel together. Like, I think him and Draymond Green gonna have a problem. Because Draymond Green ain't trying to heal all that light skin shit. But he's a temporary fix for Klay Thompson. Now, if he's going to come there and be a distributor, if he's going to come there and be a point guard, it's not a bad pick. But don't forget, he ratted on his teammates early in his career. Don't forget that. That's who he is. Muzzy was good. Craig Davis, I was thinking the same thing about Gibson. You'll say any change is his game. He's considered a superstar in the league. What makes y'all think he going to change his game? Name, I guess it says name. Going to change his game. Name one All-Star that changed their game if it wasn't for injury. He going to be the same Kyrie that got him to be the top point guard in the league. He's not the top point guard in the league. Kyrie Irving's not the top point guard in the league. He's not better than Steph Curry. He's not better than Luka. He's not better than Lillard. He's not better than Lillard. Kyrie Irving's not the top point guard in the league. If you want to look at and one mixtape, does he have the best handle in the league? Yeah. Does he know how to finish the space for a small guy? Yeah. But as far as being a top point guard and playing winning basketball, that is not Kyrie Irving. Sorry. That is not Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving should be way more successful than he is. Only reason why Kyrie got a ring is because of LeBron James. That's the only reason why. He ain't been shit since he left. He wasn't shit before LeBron, and he ain't shit after LeBron. They couldn't wait to get rid of his ass in Boston. So putting best and Kyrie Irving in the same sentence is not going to happen. Very special. Anthony Biondo. Now I think Edwin Santos just texted me behind the scenes on some salty shit. I don't give a fuck, Edwin Santos. You came on here talking crazy, and I was mild with you. To be very honest, I was very mild with you. And I was mild with you because my auntie is in here. I was mild with you. So if you mad now, then so what? I don't give a damn. So you not happy with KD on the Nets? No, I'm not a Nets fan. Russell on Golden State is dumb. No more Iggy. He's gone. They're saying Iggy's supposed to be going to the Lakers. First he's supposed to go to Memphis, ask for a buyout, go to the Lakers. If Iggy go to the Lakers going to be tough. The Lakers don't need another player. The Lakers don't need another max player. The Lakers need role players. The Lakers need shooters. Like, the Lakers should get Danny Green. They should get Seth Curry. They should get people like that. They should get a point guard, a pass-first point guard. I don't know why they let Rubio go to, I think he's with Phoenix. They should have got a guy like Rubio. A D&3 guy. Dre needs therapy. Draymond, the point guard for the Warriors. There's a lot of fact to that. There's a lot of truth to that, Chauncey. There's a lot of truth to that. Top 3, whatever. Is Kyrie Irving better than Dame Lillard? No, I don't think he's better than Dame Lillard. He's damn sure better than Steph Curry. Is he better than LeBron James? Call it what you want. LeBron James is a point guard. He ain't better than Draymond Green. Draymond Green's a point guard. He ain't better than Russell Westbrook, and I can't stand Russell Westbrook. He doesn't play a winning style of basketball. He ain't better than Mike Conley. He doesn't play a winning style of basketball. You know who he reminds me of? Real talk, you know who he reminds me of? Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson never won. He'll never win. You can never win with Kyrie Irving if you don't change his game. Now, he has the capability of changing his game. You'll never win with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is about Kyrie Irving. That's the problem with Kyrie Irving. You don't forget Kyrie is injury prone. That's a fact. That's a fact. Kyrie Irving will get hurt on your ass. That's a fact. How about the Celtics were better with Rozier than they were with Kyrie Irving? You made my point. He's not changing nothing. Not this year. Boston's going to be a problem. He ain't better than Kemba. He ain't better than Kemba Walker. He's not better than Kemba Walker. Warriors got rid of Andre because he put them on blast. Yes, that's a fact. Big facts, Chauncey. Big facts. You were mild, Epps. Proud of you. Yes. You heard. You know what it is? I was very mild. Where Lance at? I don't know. I don't know. Seth Curry is with the Mavs. Okay. No Lillard better than Kyrie. Kyrie is dumb. His ball IQ, game situations is terrible. That's a fact. That's a fact. Iverson was tougher. Iverson was tougher than Kyrie. Kyrie better than Westbrook. Kyrie plays no defense. How he better than Westbrook? I'm not debating. I'm not debating that the point I was saying. They labeled this man as a top point guard. That's why I say he's not changing anything. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. I understand what you're saying now. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, New York fans. Let's talk about the Mets real quick. The Mets are a complete... the Mets are a complete dumpster fire. How are you going to celebrate the 1969 Mets? You're going to memorialize the guys who are dead, who are deceased. And the two guys that are there, one of the guys, you spell his name wrong and put it on the goddamn board. New York Mets. Are y'all kidding? Y'all couldn't fact check your fact checker? Are you kidding? The New York Mets, it's something about the blue and the orange. It is really something about it. It's deplorable. The New York Mets are a shit show. They're wasting their great pitching. They have great pitching. They're wasting it. Orlando Cespedes, cut him. The kid Pete Alonso is going to be great. Robinson Cano, where you at? The bullpen, a disaster. How do you know your bullpen's a disaster? You don't get Craig Kimbrell. Again, you should have got Craig Kimbrell. The Mets are a complete shit show. Who's worse, the Mets or the Knicks? Who's worse, the Mets or the Knicks? McNeil is batting .348. Who's worse? The Wilpons or James Dolan? Who's worse? You can't be cheap and be in New York. That's the one thing I'll give James Dolan credit for. James Dolan will pay. I give him credit for that. The Wilpons, they're trying to be cheap and be in New York. Can't do it. At least the Mets won in '86. At least they was in the World Series, what, about 5-6 years ago? At least they was in the World Series. You know what? The Knicks are the worst organization. The Knicks are the worst. God damn, the Pittsburgh Pirates are just having batting practice over here in Pittsburgh. Let's go New York Knickerbockers. You're late, Corey. I'm done. I got to make a decision. I don't know if I'm even turned on by basketball anymore. I think I'm done with basketball. I think like I can't even watch basketball anymore. Like it's not even interesting to me. I know that the Knicks got Randle and Portis. I think they got and Middleton or somebody. Like it's not even fun for me anymore. Like basketball is just not interesting. They're not even like a top 8 team. They're not making the playoffs with this team. I'm interested in Smith. I want to see what Smith could do. But other than that, I'm interested in R.J. Barrett. I am interested in R.J. Barrett. I am. But after that, like, who cares? Who cares? It's a complete shit show. I will never go to a game in Madison Square Garden. I'm never supporting that shit. Did you hear about JR? No, I didn't hear about JR. I hear he's trying to go to the Lakers. LeBron must have a forgiving heart if they accept JR to the Lakers. Like, who cares? Like, I really don't even care. Like, I'm so turned off by it. I'm turned off by the Knicks. Knicks are a bunch of losers. Wednesday's show. We're going to have San Francisco 49er, Julian Taylor of the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to have him on Wednesday's show. Wednesday, 6:30, Julian Taylor of the San Francisco 49ers will be on the show at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Check me out on Not Just Sports by No Leps, on YouTube, NJSBNE, on Twitter, NJSBNE, on Instagram, and what else am I at? And they gave me a TV show, y'all. They gave me a TV show. Not Just Sports by No Leps, starting August 5th, will be on Strong Island TV from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm super excited about this. Can't wait. So I got a TV show, and I can't wait. Monday nights, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I hope to see all of you there. Thank you for all of your support. Edwin Santos, you're a putz. You're a putz. And Wednesday, don't forget, Wednesday, Julian Taylor will be here. Wednesday. Julian Taylor of the San Francisco 49ers. Let's get off this basketball shit and get right into this NFL shit. See you guys Wednesday. Have a great evening. Be safe. Okay? And Edwin Santos, you're estupido. You're estupido. That's what you are. Have a great evening. Peace.